The Renault Captur has something the Clio is lacking. I'll tell you that in a few seconds, but first, in this review, we'll take a look at its features. We will take it for a drive, see how it performs, and of course, we'll discuss practicality, cost of ownership, but more importantly, it has an automatic gearbox. Yes. Now, if Renault could do us all a favor and share this same automatic gearbox with the Renault Clio, I'm sure it would make a lot of people happy. Anyway, this is a Captur review, so let's talk about the Captur. Two main things the Captur has going for it are the engine and the gearbox. As I've already mentioned, it comes with a 7-speed automatic dual-clutch transmission. Second, it's got a 1.3-liter turbocharged engine. The model you're looking at right now is the top spec intense model. Now, in terms of performance, the engine is actually very rapid. If you're not careful, you'll be over the speed limit without noticing it. But this car is very stable at high speeds, although I will say that the Clio is much better insulated when it comes to wind noise. When we talk kilowatts, this has 113 kilowatts and 270 Newton meters of torque. And while we're still on the highway, you'll be happy to know it has lane departure warning. So if you start going out of your lane, the steering wheel will vibrate. That over there is your blind spot monitoring system. It definitely comes in handy when you're driving around traffic or in Midrand or Tembisa or anywhere around a Polo Vivo driver, because for whatever reason, they love driving on people's blind spots. I don't know why. So that'll help keep you safe and alert. On the topic of safety, the Captur has a 5-star NCAP safety rating. Now, fuel consumption. Claim is 6.6, I averaged around 7.1. And as you can see, just like the Clio, when you indicate, the little Renault on your screen will indicate as well, which is always a nice touch. While this car is slightly bigger than the Clio, there are some similarities here and there. You have the C-shaped LED lights. Yeah, well, that's pretty much it. This has its own look. Those wheels you're looking at, they are 17 inches. And while we're here, let me just bring this up. On bumpy roads, the suspension, you will feel it. If you go through a bump, you will feel the bump. It doesn't take bumps well. Don't say I didn't tell you. Now, before I forget, let me just name this car right now. As you know, we've already had Umbali, the Kaiga. That over there is Uspahle, the Clio, and the Captur. I've decided to name it. Wait for it. Ntombi Zodwa. Yes, that is Ntombi Zodwa. Hello Ntombi, what's happening? Anyway, let me know what you think of this car's looks in the comments below. While you look at this car's back, let's have a look at its back seats. Well, quick disclaimer, the lady who borrows me her child seat was using it on this day, so I don't have a child seat for this review, but that is your legroom. You have rear events, you have 2 USB connectors and a 12-volt socket. And as you'll soon see, it doesn't have a center armrest, but if you had a child seat, you would slot it in over there. And one other trick the back seats can do is that you can slide them forward or back to increase the boot space in case you need to carry something bigger, but honestly there's no need because this boot is big enough. It's got a standard tailgate. It is not electric, but in terms of space you have plenty. As you can see, there is also a false floor, which is always a nice touch in case you want to hide some stuff from people who love things. Over there is your spare wheel in case of an emergency. So the capacity differs depending on the configuration. As I've mentioned, you can slide the back seats forward or back. Now, in terms of capacity, it is 404 liters or 536 liters. And after putting both of PA suitcases, you can see there's still plenty of room. Right above Captur, you'll notice there's a reversing camera. This is what it looks like from the inside. As always, Renault reversing cameras are always good. It also has rear parking sensors, and as you'll notice just now, it also has front parking sensors, so you're covered whether you're reversing or moving forward. While we're here, let's quickly look at our infotainment screen. Now, it comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and a lot of customization. You have different driving modes. You have Sport, which is my favorite. You also have Eco for when you want to save a bit of fuel, and you have MySense. With MySense, you can customize the car as you'd like. You can set up the steering wheel to be comfortable, sporty, or regular. One thing I love about these cars is that nothing is an optional extra. You just buy the car as it is. Now, you can also customize the look of your instrument panel. As you can see, you can change it from comfort to eco or sport or regular. It's all up to you. But more importantly, just like the Renault Clio, it also has ambient lighting. And as you can see on your screen, there are 8 colors for you to choose from. Let's take a quick look at the front. Those are your manually adjustable seats. In terms of design, they are part fabric and part leather. Over there, you'll notice there's a floating center console. Electric car vibes. Maybe they're preparing for something, I don't know. Anyway, you also have an electric parking brake. You have 2 USB ports over there, and that is where you're going to skip your song, increase or decrease your volume. That button is for your heated steering wheel. Yes, this car has a heated steering wheel. Thank you, Renault. That's your key card, same as usual, and in a picture, that is what your interior looks like. Now, just before we get to prices, I haven't said what I always say. If you haven't liked, please like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Support local YouTube, guys. It is the right thing to do, and we are officially approaching 29,000 subscribers. Soon we'll be on 30,000, and it is all thanks to you. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So then, the prices. Now, the price of this car has actually motivated me to start a brand new segment I'll be doing moving forward called The Downside. The downside is basically me telling you all the things I didn't like about a specific car, just to keep the review balanced. Now, what is the downside of the Renault Captur? Simple, the price. The Renault Captur comes in at 499,999 Rand for this top spec model. That is R500,000, and in isolation it would be fine, but at that price it's competing with a lot of cars. I'm talking Toyota Corolla Crosses, Havals, Cherries, VW T-Crosses, the list is endless. So the one thing working against the Captur is the price, to be honest, and at R500,000, I think it's a lot. So how much is that on finance? Well, at 12% interest over 6 years, you'll pay 9,775 Rand. A full tank will cost you 1,086 Rand at the current fuel price. And if you got an insurance premium of 1,900 Rand, it would bring your total cost of ownership to 12,761 Rand. For some added peace of mind, you get a 5-year, 150,000 kilometer warranty and a 3-year, 45,000 kilometer service plan. So then, here's my advice. You see those two cars, the price difference between them is 132,000 Rand. So if you don't mind changing gears and you're a big fan of the Renault Captur but you can't afford it, go right ahead and get yourself the Renault Clio. If you haven't seen my Clio review, I'll leave a link in the description. But if you have the money, you can get the Captur, get the bigger engine, get the automatic gearbox. And that over there, as you can see on the number plate, is 4-Wheel ZA. Yeah, he's got a name, but it's hard to say. So let me just tell you his YouTube channel name. Very cool guy. He was helping me out with this review. So as a thank you, guys, please head on over to his channel. I'll leave a link in the description. Let's get him to 3,000 subscribers at the very least. Let him know in the comments Mr. How Much sent you. And thank you in advance for supporting local YouTube. Now, what you're seeing over there is 2 things I forgot to mention. First of all, this car has cruise control. It's the basic cruise control. It is not adaptive. And second, these are the lights. That's me driving around in the dark, showing you what it's like when they're on bright, when they're on normal. So the Captur also has the Renault Pure Vision Performance LED lights, and they're pretty good. So if you're driving around in load shedding, you shouldn't have a problem seeing where you're going. Here's the third thing I left out. It has wireless charging, and that should pretty much cover everything. So let me know in the comments. 500,000, are you getting the Captur, or are you going to save a bit of money, get yourself a Clio, or is there any other car you'd buy for that money? Let me know in the comments. But before you go, please don't forget to check out my sponsor, changecars.co.za. As you can see on your screen, they have over 24,000 cars for you to choose from, new or used. In fact, I haven't found a bit of a demo Renault Captur at that price. Look at the savings. So if you want to save a bit of money, guys, always consider demo models. You can always negotiate and get a lower price. Thank you so much for watching this review. Until the next one, take care.